R-Truth and Carlito are recently out of work, but they better not be looking for a job in AEW, bruv. Because according to Will Ospreay, former WWE stars are not good enough for All Elite Wrestling. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. It's Fog Wrestling, the home of wrestling. We're here talking about it 24/7, 7 days a week. 365 days a year till the day we die. Is it because we have no life, or is it because we're committed? Is it because we love pro wrestling? Well, maybe, but you know what? Will Ospreay seems to love the sound of his own voice. This guy can't stop talking. This guy can never shut up. He seems to believe that he is the best thing ever, and he seems to believe that AEW have the best roster ever. And he's pretty much just said to Carlito, R-Truth, and all these guys that have been released lately that you ain't going to walk in to AEW like former WWE stars did in the past.
Well, I'm just trying to turn the coin, alright? That's why I'm talking about pro wrestling. I hate it, but yeah, Will Ospreay, he does an interview every day, he's speaking to somebody, bruv, and it's always every single day spewing shite. We've got the best, we're doing this. But then he like backtracks, oh, but the women did a good match at WrestleMania, haha. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. Why don't you actually just stick to it?
I mean, last week he turned around and said that the worst person on AEW is a better wrestler than the best person in WWE. And if he truly believes that, then it would make sense as to why he's making comments like this, saying that people that are leaving WWE aren't just going to walk into AEW. If that's what he truly believes, then that makes sense.
It does make sense, but the problem is
if he doesn't think the best are good for good enough, if he doesn't think like the greatest people, the best wrestlers, the top guys in WWE are good enough for AEW, then he's certainly not going to think the people that are getting released from WWE are good enough for AEW. But he was doing a podcast with Double JRBTS. I don't know who that is. I personally don't care who it is, but
I don't think it's Jeff Jarrett.
No, but this is what Will Ospreay had to say, and this is the advice he gave to former WWE stars that are looking to join AEW. He said, quote, "One of the guys who just came in is Speedball Mike Bailey, who was like the indie king at one point. He was going everywhere and putting on some of the greatest matches ever. I think that's what we're looking at more now, instead of guys that just got let go from WWE. And my heart goes out to all of them, but we're looking for guys that are appreciative of this position, who are grafting and improving the markets elsewhere, instead of they just got let go from WWE and they instantly assume they can come here. Nah, go out and prove to other people that you're wanted and desired. My heart goes out to all of them. It should never be assumed that, oh, I got let go here, I can just walk into AEW. Nah, bruv, the bar is too high now." End of quote. Now, he did say a little bit more, but he said a lot there that I think we need to jump into and dissect. First of all, do you want the first go here? Or?
Shite. I mean, honestly, I feel like I say that after every time you end the quote. Well, what is this?
Yeah.
No, hold on. Speedball Mike Bailey's put on some of the greatest matches ever. Let me see that. Some of the greatest matches ever.
Yeah, it's
Name one.
It's like, what's that? Nah, we don't want a legit funny guy who's been in wrestling like R-Truth, or see Braun Strowman, a giant who could actually, you know, stand out for the rest of our roster. We don't want him. What we do want is the indie king, Speedball Mike Bailey. How can this guy say with a straight face that, here, see people that have been released for WWE over the years, they aren't good enough for AEW. We're only interested in the top talent, the guys like Speedball Mike Bailey that were brought in. I mean, how can he genuinely believe that?
Also, WWE's the top company, right? But see, back in even WCW wouldn't have came out with this pish, even when they were having 83 weeks. Like, look at see, why didn't WCW say, "Oh, Holland Nash, why don't you go prove yourself on the Indies before revolutionising the business ways, and then we'll get you in."
Fucking retarded. He then says, "But we're looking for guys that are appreciative of this position, who are grafting and improving the markets elsewhere, instead of they just got let go from WWE." Improving the markets elsewhere. What market has Speedball Mike Bailey ever improved?
The farmer's market, man. I mean, I don't know. Has he bought a couple of tomatoes or something?
That would suggest that he wants people that are grafting and improving the markets. Like they're adding to their resume, or they're they're selling shirts, they're selling pay-per-views, they're selling tickets. Speedball Mike Bailey has improved no markets.
Yeah. No, but also,
but
if you're coming from the best company, right?
That's when you're going to be at your hottest.
Yeah, released or not, that's the best market.
See if it just doesn't make any sense. See if R-Truth went, you know what? Actually, I'm going to become the indie king, and I'm going to wrestle in the indies for 2 years. Then see if AEW want me. R-Truth in 2 years is going to be less valuable because he's been away from mainstream television for 2 years.
Yeah. But again, look at AEW, right? I don't think there's anybody in that company that could be released and go to the indies and massively improve that market of the indies. So even Edge at 53, see if Edge got released for AEW and went to like Ring of Honor, well they own Ring of Honor, but he went to some shite company, man. Would Edge massively improve the market? I don't think he wouldn't.
No. And then he says that they should never assume that they can just come to AEW. Nah, bruv. The bar is too high now. What is he talking about? The bar is too fucking high. You're getting about 600,000 viewers.
The bar gets lower every week
on Dynamite.
The rating bar gets low.
The AEW, in terms of their ratings, have never been worse. He can say the bar's too high now, but the bar's the lowest it's ever been.
Yep.
And that is crazy talk here.
Imagine having the audacity to say that Speedball Mike Bailey, man, has had some of the greatest matches ever. But then, what is there to say, man? I don't even know what to say. This comes from the same loser that's got like 41 5-star matches and Kurt Angle doesn't have one. Because Dave Meltzer's opinion means hee-haw.
So, should Tony Khan just says to Bobby Lashley then, you're not allowed to come in because the bar's too high for you? I don't care if you're a former WWE champion. I don't care if you've been on WrestleMania defending a world title in recent years.
I think to a certain degree, Ospreay is right in a sense. I don't think like Sarah Logan should be coming in because she's a jobber, but AEW benefits for having R-Truth and Carlito.
I'd say Braun Strowman as well.
Yeah, Braun Strowman as well. But there is people, right, that AEW have just signed over the years simply because they've been released for WWE. I mean, there's dozens of them.
Yeah, but he's...
Like Aleister Black and Andrade, like, and Rusev, what did they bring to AEW? Nothing.
No, I agree, but he's making it like, oh, back in the day it was okay, but now the roster's too good. It's like, no, it's fucking not.
Yeah, it's just crap, man. Honestly, this guy... I mean, can we just blame it on the autism? I don't know. He's definitely on the spectrum.
I think he needs to shut the fuck up, man.
But he can't keep his mouth shut. It's either something retarded or something vulgar. Or something vulgarly retarded.
It's difficult to like Will Ospreay when he comes out with crap like this. Then he went on to say, quote, I want to see all these guys cut their teeth elsewhere and improve the houses elsewhere. Go to New Japan, go to Noah, go to Stardom, go elsewhere and improve their houses before you think, oh, I'll just come here. That's just me. There are certain guys like Swerve Strickland who got let go from WWE and came to AEW straight away. He's a special one. He's special. MVP is another. He's special. Bobby Lashley, special. Shelton Benjamin, special. I want people to be like, you can't just come, walk in. I really do think the independents need it right now. They need someone to help guide this next generation to come through. That's just me. Personally, I don't mean that in any type of disrespectful way right now. AEW are where the best wrestlers are wrestle right now. And all these guys who have been let go, tragically, are really good pro wrestlers. But you can't just be good anymore. You've got to be elite. End of quote. How ironic is it that all the people that left WWE and are currently in AEW, he deems as good enough, special, but the ones that aren't in AEW, he doesn't deem special enough. Let's be honest, he doesn't truly think these guys are special. He's just kissing their ass because they're already in the company. If Swerve Strickland wasn't there, Bobby Lashley wasn't there, if Shelton Benjamin wasn't there, he wouldn't be saying they're special.
Why not? Is this not the perfect time, though, to not even address these guys and just talk about guys who left WWE, came here, weren't good enough, and then went back to WWE? Like your Rusevs, Andrades, Aleister Blacks. Why not bury them?
Yeah, he's not got the balls, man. He's just came out and is he going to come out here and say, actually, you know what, Tony Khan shouldn't have hired Bobby Lashley. He's not elite.
But what if no? But so he's doing this on the Job Squad podcast, right? But see if this host of this podcast, well, say he was doing it to us, right? We were interviewing for whatever god reason that we were doing that. See after he says that, I'd be like, but the ratings are the lowest they've ever been. So you need something because you guys from Noah and fucking Stardom and whatever other shite you're on don't draw a dime. So how about you reel it in?
Yeah,
Osprey, bruv.
Braun Strowman is already an established name, and he's fucking old, and his body's not great, and we don't know how much longer he's got in the wrestling business. Why would Braun Strowman take 2-3 years on the fucking indies just to try and please Will Ospreay in the hope that he can get signed by AEW?
But see if AEW was in the opposite trajectory where 6 years ago it was doing 600k and now it's doing $1 million.
I would stand by Ospreay. I'd say he's got a point.
He's got a point. They're building,
but AEW is on the decline.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it would be like WCW in 2001 saying we're not going to take any WWF guys. We're the bar. The bar's the highest it's ever been. It's like no. The bar was higher fucking 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, let's not pretend otherwise here. This is lies. This is why I can't take.
Yeah, the Jim Ross didn't sit down with RVD and went, you know, well, Rob, you're pretty good, but the problem is to be in WWE, you need to be elite, and you're not good enough to be in WWE, and you're not even good enough to be on Sunday Night Heat. So we need you to go to Japan, and then maybe in 4 years we'll reevaluate.
But see,
and like with Booker T, no, it's like they looked at Booker T, they looked at Rob Van Dam, and they thought, you know what, these guys can be stars in the company, and they brought them fucking in. It's not like Jim Ross and McMahon, they didn't pretend that everybody on the WWF roster is better than everybody on the ECW/W. You'd be retarded to think that. But this guy's making out like, nah, anyone that just got released from WWE, unfortunately, the bar has been raised, bruv. Being good is no longer enough. You need to be elite.
It's just ridiculous, man. And I think series interviews, man, we talk about them enough here on like No DQ. We go through articles on Twitter and Instagram, and like, see, because you don't really know if they're in kayfabe or not. It's like, it's just a mess, because is this Will Ospreay actually speaking as himself, or is this him speaking as like the AEW character that he plays?
Nah, his kayfabe's dead. He's speaking as himself.
Yeah, but it's like
he's not got a character.
I know he doesn't.
He always got flips and dives.
But some people speak in, some people speak out. It's like they're all just liars. It's actual fucking lies. Like, why can't they be like? Say you're the biggest Ospreay mark, like Dave Meltzer and guys like that. You can't think what he's saying. Here's the truth.
Why do you think
he doesn't think that? He can't think.
Why do you think he's saying that? Do you think it's just to? Do you think it's to try and protect his spot? Do you think it's to try and put AEW over and make it look good? Or do you think he just can't help run his mouth because he
can't help run his mouth? No, but look at WCW in like 2001, right? They were openly burying the product and each other on the show. Now you can say that's not the correct way of going about it, but did they lie? See when Hogan's in the ring at Bash at the Beach, and he's like, "That's why this company the way it is."
It's a fucking mess.
Because arseholes like you, Russo. Yo, it's not ideal, but it's real fucking men.
Yeah.
Hogan's not in the ring saying, brother, we're beating Monday Night Raw.
Stone Cold isn't good enough for this company, brother. Yeah. He's not elite, brother.
Yeah.
He's maybe saying that 6 years ago when Austin was in WCW, like, but you know, it's delusional, man. It is fucking delusional.
It is, but yeah, Will Ospreay on the spectrum. We're not, thank God.
Alright, Will Ospreay, what a guy. Just comes out with shite every single week. You know, I mean, even when he first debuted it, and he's talking about grinding on the boss's daughter. I mean, just because I think did Triple H not make a comment about it?
Triple H said we're not going to pay that kind of money, essentially.
Yeah, and he didn't like it. It's like, I mean, really? And
that's another thing, right? It's like, he's talking about going to the Indies, go to Noah, go to Stardom. Why would you go to Noah and Stardom when Tony Khan's going to give you $5 million and they couldn't even give you 5 pence?
Yeah, and also he says that that's true, but he says that Swerve Strickland got let go from WWE, came to AEW straight away. He's a special one. He's special. He says MVP's another. He's special. Bobby Lashley special. Shelton Benjamin special. Say this, say it was a year ago, would he not have come out with the same comment he came out with last week? He said that the worst person in AEW is better than the best person in WWE. See if it was a year ago and Bobby Lashley was in WWE, you trying to tell me he wouldn't have said the same thing?
Of course he would. But what was special about Swerve Strickland when he got released for WWE? He was a jobber.
Yeah,
He never made a name for himself, unlike the other three.
Yeah, but you know what? See if Tony Khan brings in any of these recently released people, Will Ospreay will lick their ass and go, you know what? I don't want people to come in, but
they're special.
Carlito, he's special. R-Truth, he's special. Sarah Logan, she's special, bruv. I mean, what a shite.
Will Ospreay special, and know the good kind.
Yeah, just so. Final thoughts on Will Ospreay?
Oh, he's a fud. I don't think he's ever said anything I agreed with. And he speaks every day, so that's a problem for him.
You know, I'll go as far as saying Speedball Mike Bailey's never had a good match. These guys don't know psychology. These guys...
No, but forget about good. He said he's the greatest.
Yeah.
The greatest.
The Indie King. The Indie fucking King.
I've seen a better match between the last two meatballs rolling about in a fucking bowl than Meatball or Speedball Mike Bailey. Honestly, man.
And the guy identifies with the pronouns they, them. I mean, if that's not enough, Indie King.
The king of men.
Peasant.
Can he identify with millions instead of thousands? Because Tony Khan needs it.
Yeah, just absolutely disgusting. I just don't know. Oh, I go waste years of your career in the Indies just to please Will Ospreay.
But again, it's based off money. Why would Bobby Lashley? I know he's not on about Lashley, but like, why would R-Truth at 53 want to go waste years on the Indies that he doesn't have when he could go to AEW for a nice wee paycheck?
Yeah, retarded. But that's Will Ospreay for you. He's a full-blown retard, like.
Yeah, no, but that's...
And he will, one day, undoubtedly be AEW World Champion.
It's ridiculous, man. It's the same with actors and actresses. Like, see, once you've made it to the top, you're not going to go down and do, like, an E-list movie on the Sci-Fi Channel because you need to prove yourself to other big movies.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, this would be like... Say you've got, I don't know, Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones running side by side, and Hank for Game of Thrones decides Hank for Breaking Bad decides, like, you know what, I want a role in Game of Thrones, and then you've got like Ned Stark who maybe didn't die in season 1. He's like, see Hank, he's good, but you need to be elite to be on Game of Thrones, so you should go and do a couple of straight-to-DVD films, and then maybe when you're proving yourself and you've sold a couple of DVDs at Blockbuster, then you can apply for the Game of Thrones role. It's like, no, it doesn't fucking work like that.
You need to go beyond the wall and go to all the indies and then come back.
Yeah. Fucking White Walkers have got more brains than bloody Will Ospreay. And on that note, I think we'll end it, guys. Till next time, let us know your thoughts down below. Tell you what, Carlito and R-Truth, I think, would be good additions to AEW. And that's it. Till next time, peace.